Alrighty. Hello everyone, welcome to this Roulette Freestyle remix match. First semi-final of this uh, small bracket, but it's gone by pretty quickly. And we have Meekah and In4Fun. It's our first semi-final of this whole tourney so far. The winner of this will go into the final. There will be a third place playoff, but that will be both the losers of both semi-finals. And we're only about 15 seconds away from the first spin that we're going to get, which has been curated by one of our players. Did their opposite picks. We're going to see what we get. And we are at Paris, of course. See what picks we have for this one. Alrighty, so we have Allowed SMG Elimination as Helmut Kruger and Falling Object as the Vampire Magician. Definitely an interesting one. Curious to see the approaches from both players here. We can see that Meekah picked Allowed SMG Elimination and Vampire Magician, whereas In4Fun picked Helmut Kruger and Falling Object. And since there's only two targets here, they do have to do the opposite of both these kills, so they have to do it pretty much as the spin is entailing it, I believe. Can't do their own picks together. So you can't see Meekah do Loud SMG Elimination as Vampire Magician, as that would just be them doing their own two picks. Let's see what we got. I really hope we're not having stream issues. It's the last thing I want. I'll give them both a refresh just in case. And I will get some game audio first.
There's some rules you gotta follow. You're clear?
I'll make sure we're not too loud with the streams. That is pretty loud. Looks like Meekah is in. In4Fun's having a bit of trouble. Oh, Meekah going for this lovely. I love this soft lockdown. It didn't work out for Meekah though. I've never seen him run that way. Unlucky there, sure. This new loading screen is going to be really tough to get used to. Both players are pretty equal though, to be fair, in terms of where they're at. In4Fun having a bit of trouble with the planning. And I am adminning this game as well, so apologies if I'm a tiny bit behind with certain things. As I'm just going to get the next message ready for the next round, just in case. Oh, it seems like Yanni is back. So we have, luckily, Yanni to take over. Yeah, both players pretty close right now, both getting victor in this side room. Really good, as of course there's a falling object here, and you can set it up remote with a breacher. Meekah gets in a bit quicker. Move on now to the next step. Now what I'm curious about is the plan for Dahlia. Dahlia is a live kill. You can bring her down, although getting Helmet is going to be tough now that the fireworks have already been popped. For Meekah at least, I'm not sure for In4Fun. No worries at all, Yanni. Everybody gets busy, and literally it's happened to me multiple times. Yeah, Meekah going out to try to get Helmet. I think he's okay with the timing here. Oh, thank you for the sub as well. I didn't even realize. Meekah does get Helmet. In4Fun not too far behind. Uses the Trank instead, which can be scary. But he can get spotted by the lady if it falls really far. Or if those guards were the bad cycle. Helmet does get spotted for Meekah, but of course it doesn't matter now. Fireworks just ended. Oh, and how is Meekah gonna get this kill? I can only imagine an medic into the bathroom. Is exactly what's gonna happen here. Oh, and I thought Meekah missed it there. One thing I am curious about is sometimes these doors into the bathroom can be soundproof even if that guard is there.
Hello, Mr. Kruger.
Good knowledge by Meekah to allow himself to go straight into the bathroom. Same with In4Fun. Very close right now. I have to say, In4Fun did catch up pretty nice with the 20-second difference. Although we can see Sophus is also outside the door for Meekah, so that's a bit of extra work to do. Yeah, is In4Fun going to go for it? Even though the guard is there? A chance. Oh, and In4Fun gets the late Sophus issue. Still pretty neck and neck. In4Fun knows that it's going to be soundproof and even leaves the body there. That could save a lot of time for In4Fun. And decides it's not worth the risk. It's definitely a good idea. And look how close we are right now. Both players dumping Dahlia. Now it's a run for the Vampire Magician. Depending on if both players have set up a remote, which I actually don't know because it only took 1 or 2 seconds to do. They could have popped the breacher quickly. But it is a bit of a run to this disguise. See a breacher in hand for In4Fun. Literally vaulting at the same time. That's crazy. With the tiny bit of stream delay we could have as well, these players could be either way around. It really comes down to who presses done first. Oh, but In4Fun decides to... Okay, In4Fun has a remote. Does Meekah not have a remote? Also, In4Fun changes back into Helmut Kruger, which can help on the escape. Looks like In4Fun's going to go for pipe down by where Dahlia goes for the fireworks, so it's going to be a quick exit. Yeah, it's looking better for In4Fun right now. I thought we were going to have a photo finish, but In4Fun is looking really good right now. It's even allowed onto the helipad area as Helmut. Yeah, looking really nice. Fortunately, Meekah didn't have it set up remote, it seems. They definitely wouldn't be taking this route. It looks like In4Fun is going to take the first one. Meekah, who is pretty renowned for his Paris knowledge. I have to Meekah's an amazing player in Paris, and In4Fun as well, of course. And it just worked out in In4Fun's favor there with that remote kill. Get to see Meekah do this little setup regardless. Yeah, came down to that breacher, I think. Gonna be a bit annoying for Meekah. I think they'll realize once they speak in the chat. Yeah, good first map for sure. Don't think we had any restarts, just a very long replant. Maybe Meekah had 1 or 2 at the beginning. But nonetheless, it was really nice from both players. No major rips for sure. And we'll get next map soon. We already have our next map confirmed by Yanni. It's going to be Miami. It's a very nice map to go straight to after Paris. We will get to see this exit from Meekah regardless. And there it is. Confirmation. Can be a bit upsetting for Meekah as it looks a bit closer than it actually is. But I'm sure they'll feel a bit better once they know that In4Fun had almost a sub 430 AGT. It's a lot of time. Yeah, we're off to Miami, which has appeared a couple of times, I believe, throughout this journey so far. Definitely an interesting map. A lot of disguises, a lot of interesting kills that you can get on this one. Love to see some consume poison if that's even allowed. To check myself. Even is. Where's his ban list? Here it is. Yeah, in terms of Miami, let's see what's banned, just so we can have a bit of foreknowledge. There's no fall, there's no sniper rifle, and there's no fire. Fall, of course, is a pretty annoying one, especially for Sierra. Sniper rifle is a bit too easy for Sierra. We would never use sniper for Robert Knox, to be honest. You would always use it for Sierra because it is one of the kills that's allowed for the car. And of course, fire isn't allowed although the Molly exists, there has to be some viable way for boat, and Robert doesn't technically have one. Those are the three. Yeah, it looks like we're going to. And yeah, I can see Meekah is the new update stuff. You're just asking, why did Vic panic differently about his dahlias? Bathroom silent, but to my knowledge, I do think that bathroom was always silent. One of those glitched bathrooms. Yeah, we have the timer now. Paris did receive some love though in our patch that came out yesterday with the freelancer. So we might see a couple of things not line up for the next couple of months. There might be tiny things, some audio has been redone in the rooms. I think they said they redid the rooms with their better audio system, which Paris didn't have the love for that. So we're definitely going to see some tiny things change. Speaking of which, I might even just check, because why not? On the masses. If I can quickly find it. Paris Audio Sweep, yeah. New occlusion system with their better 3D propagation tech rather than 2D. Nice to hear. Yeah, more realistic propagation room to room. Being able to hear the water from the fountain and just watch things like that. Yeah, Miami coming up soon. Picks have been verified by Yanni, who has DM'd them. The picks are already in. As we're 30 seconds away. Really excited for this Miami. See some interesting ones. Get a loadout already. Meekah has fiberwire, which you would think is intended. You see Snail. What else are we going to see? A shotgun from In4Fun. So I do think we're going to see some fiberwire shotgun. And I even think food vendor. Food vendor is a very unique start. Usually if you want to get food vendor. So what would Meekah's disguise be? I think it's the only thing that's not certain. But we don't have food vendor. We have kitchen knife as the medic and fiberwire event security. Very interesting spin. Be a very quick one. I feel like bow kills are pretty viable to be swapped, but medic kitchen knife looks pretty damn nice with the start from In4Fun, but even just grabs this event security, which is probably one of the best ones to grab. And is in a little bit quicker, but looks like a bit of loading time for Meekah. Wonder if we're going to see any variation. In4Fun, or from Meekah even. Meekah starts the waiter start. It's going to grab that kitchen knife straight away. I would believe we're going to see Meekah do medic kitchen knife. For In4Fun though, I would think event security. Unless they're just going to buffer the disguise here. I'm going for the iconic sugar. Pretty much one of the best ways possible to get the air, of course. Nice entrance here from Meekah. Always a bit scary going in there because you can get whoosh, which messes up a couple of things. Nice event security grab there for Meekah as well. Definitely one of the best ones if you're heading down to get your smuggle in the basement. In4Fun, however, has Sierra coming out of the car, which pretty good indication of how far along they are. Meekah's knocking out this concept mechanic, which is necessary to sabotage. One peekaboo away now for In4Fun, who does have about a 23-second lead, 24-second lead. Does need to get a live kill, however. Does need this whoosh to go pretty deep, which it does. And Sierra is on the hook. We get the stylish earphones as well, which you don't see very often. All we need now is the nice fiber wire animation from a distance. Almost. Thought we actually were going to get it. Fun, leaves the body there. Smart goes out the safe door. Meekah, meanwhile, just got the sabotage over with. It's a medic disguise, and everyone's looking pretty damn good in terms of steps here now. Even has the smuggle here planned out on the way. So it is just a bit of a speed up race now for Meekah. There could be a big loading time difference, but Meekah would have to get in the photo finish window for that to even matter. In4Fun is on the way. Has the kitchen knife, got that to food vendor start. Meekah did grab the kitchen knife as well. And is about to get the medic. Just a tiny bit behind In4Fun. I'd say it's about 30 seconds, quite honestly. Be a scary little exit here. Seems okay. That's a big trespassing area, and I don't think Meekah realized. Somebody happened to be there, would have been the end of this run for them. Fundo is at the vital part here. Gonna check where Robert is, gauge it, whether it's where an early laptop shot. It looks like it is, so we're gonna see that shot quickly. Robert is pretty far away. Luckily, this kill isn't live either, so just 2 KOs will do the job. Oh, really nice kitchen knife from In4Fun. It was actually a cleaver they grabbed earlier, wasn't it? That's really good knowledge of the kitchen knife. Saves so much deviation. Even goes for the bathroom for safety. Really like this. Really nice timing as well for Robert. Meekah definitely isn't far behind though. Super early laptop shot. I didn't even ever consider shooting from that early. And it might be what Meekah actually needs. Oh, this timing is really annoying for Meekah though. I won't lie, Meekah is really doing a good job of making this close-up photo finish. In4Fun gets the perfect timing on that guy. I literally couldn't ask for better timing. Has a crowbar to boot as well. That's going to be an exit, almost matching their Paris time, I believe. I think it was a 4:34 for In4Fun on Paris. So only 3 seconds behind. There's the kill from Meekah. I do think we're going to get a photo finish. It comes down to whether this guard just came out, but based on In4Fun's IGT, I think it's the exact same cycle and timing. Oh, but nothing to open the door with. And that actually might cost Meekah any chance of the photo finish being close. Oh. Yeah, that might have tipped the scales a lot in In4Fun's favor there. Yeah, what a nice Miami by both players. 7 seconds between the two of them, but a little bit difference in terms of loading and planning from Meekah, especially. We could be seeing a match point map coming up really soon now. Ever. Ooh, and In4Fun finished 29 seconds ahead. I believe 30 seconds is the photo finish window, so 1 second away. And I wouldn't be surprised if Meekah waved that. I don't think Meekah expects to get 29 seconds of loading ahead of In4Fun after calculating his loading as well. You nearly expect about 40 seconds for Meekah to have a chance. Yeah, I am curious. Could be match point. It's very likely match point for In4Fun. I don't want to say it for certain, but 29 seconds is really tough to gain back. If Meekah doesn't wave, I'm sure it's just going to be a quick look at Meekah's loading times and see they don't surpass 29. I can see Meekah typing as we speak. And yeah, Meekah just saying they didn't rip, and there's no way they loaded for that long. So I think they pretty much agree that it will be tough to catch up. And yeah, it looks like a wave from Meekah. I remember if they ripped, but if they did, really wouldn't catch up anyway. Yeah, I'm curious to see what our next map is going to be. Had some pretty generous maps. Top 5 spins. Not done on both of them so far. We are going to Mendoza. Another M map. But of course, In4Fun has taken Miami. We can load at once for 23 seconds, which is actually a lot of load to be quite honest, but it was still 6 seconds away and they still had In4Fun's timing to add, so a bit too much ground to cover. Yeah, we're moving to Mendoza soon. 35 past the hour. Which is going to be match point for In4Fun as well. We'll be moving to the final if they can take this one. We have seen reverse sweeps though throughout the tourney as well. Never say never. I'm really curious how many times we've seen Mendoza throughout this tourney. I really couldn't put a number on that. Let me quickly check. There's a way for me to check. I'm not too sure. I know there's a spreadsheet somewhere, but it's beyond me where it actually is. Yeah, definitely an interesting map. And again, I'll go through quickly what the band conditions are because I always like to see them. Mendoza there's a good few. I think it's actually, besides Whittleton, it's one of the most banned conditions. You have consumed poison. Of course, that's pretty tough. You don't see that very often. Not too bad for Tamara. Yates, it's a bit more complicated, I guess, because it kind of requires you to be there. Fall for Mendoza. Again, Yates is a bit too easy. You'd never really do Tamara. Tamara is possible and allowed in Roulette Rivals, but it's just a bit too much dragging. Or you got to do that bubblegum and get her straight away. Falling Object, mainly because Tamara Falling Object is banned in Roulette Rivals, I would imagine, and it's a pretty tough kill. And of course, Fire, which is pretty commonly banned on a lot of maps due to there not being many fire barrels. And the Molotov is around, but has to be available to people beyond the Molly as well for it to be allowed. Yeah, our players are definitely figuring out what they want to do now for their Mendoza picks. Definitely a lot of options on this one, even though there is a few ban conditions. Disguises, I think, are the strongest decision here. Some items as well. I suppose you could have grape knife or icicle, for example, would really throw a loop for some of these players if they have a start ready for something. There's a timer as well, meaning the players have verified their picks. A Seeker from Meekah. Bubblegum for In4Fun. Planning on doing that tomorrow one. Maybe I'm going to give it a quick run. I feel like it's definitely been a while for a lot of people playing my Mendoza even, or Miami. I am intrigued to see these picks. I'd like to see more eliminations. They're always fun to see. Get to see this quick bubblegum strategy from In4Fun as well. Haven't seen this in a while. Beyond some Roulette League matches. There it is. Around the hook. Oh, and Tamara called it in. It was a bit strange. But yeah, 20 more seconds. We could have our final map. Meekah does need to win the next 3 maps to get out of this. Could see some draws, but it's gonna be pretty tough to get out of that. And I apologize if the stream is buffering a bit. Seems like we're back. And yeah, here we go. We have 2 very nice spins coming up here. Pistol Elimination as the mercenary and Icicle as the head of security. Like I said, Icicle is pretty much a tactical choice, which can make timing a bit difficult when I try to get the Yates first cycle and get Icicle and head security on the way up. Suddenly it's a lot tougher than it looks. And of course, Pistol Elimination being a loud kill. Always a bit scary. A couple of targets you can do it on. But of course, Yates has mercenaries in the house, but getting one before Yates when he's live is not really done often, to be quite honest. It's usually an afterthought to get out of the house. We're going to see different variations on Tamara here. In4Fun going for Bubblegum, whereas Meekah is going for the Seeker. What is Meekah doing? We gonna see a triple shot onto the head of security? That's really nice from Meekah. I haven't seen this in variations of it, but never live in the match. In4Fun, however, is already on the way to Yates' house. Grabs a smuggle, which I never see used. Lovely smuggle if you know you're going to be going there. I even see a mercenary grab outside. There's a takedown from Meekah, which means that grab did work. However, there's a couple of people there, so I'm not sure. Oh, and look at that from Meekah, wow. That was super close from Meekah. And that body being spotted. Oh, and so unlucky for Meekah with the timing. I don't even think that second KO was needed. Once they get the disguise, it would have been fine. Really smart Seeker from In4Fun, meanwhile. Smart from In4Fun there. Was a bit scary for a moment about that knockout, and I think they made the right decision to take out their Trank. Wasn't worth the risk. Meekah is going to have a bit of a tough time catching up now. There's the mercenary pistol elimination. The live kill dealt with. Now just Icicle head of security for Tamara. Didn't fully catch it, but I imagine the bubblegum worked out for In4Fun. And yeah, get a quick glance at Tamara there. Now we just need to see a Seeker shot, which you can get from here. It is always scary to shoot in. One did. In4Fun hit it. So that's a really important shot. That could pretty much define a restart, and I think In4Fun did. Especially with the confidence of walking all the way over here. Meanwhile, Meekah does get the mercenary sorted out this time around. Does have to risk that body not being found though, I believe. Oh, and Meekah just tried to do a triple shot, but it just wasn't worth it. I even think it was legal for them to go up that since they were in the mercenary disguise. Unless it was head of security. In4Fun's looking super good right now. Just Icicle left to grab. Let's get it in the freezer. Ready to expect it. Meekah does have another restart doing a deal, but so a lot of time to catch up on again. Definitely would need to see a major rip from In4Fun for any chance of Meekah now. Meekah going for the distraction for tomorrow rather than the secret this time around. His head of security getting sick. Good timing as well. So close to the mercenary this guy is. It's actually crazy. Literally just leather strap, a tie, and a pair of glasses is the only difference between them. In4Fun has everything ready for the kill now. Just a run up these stairs. Probably gonna see car exit or even the safest exit. I'm not sure about the whole getting head of security. Nobody heard that kill for In4Fun. May even go for Tango exit. Or possibly car. Seems like car. Eyeing it up. And no keys for In4Fun. Didn't grab them, but Tango exit is open. Yeah, and I made it there just in time. Looks like that's going to be a GG for In4Fun. A clean sweep. Yeah, great performance by both players, but of course, In4Fun making it 6-0 and moving on to the final of Roulette Freestyle Remix. We'll find out really shortly who In4Fun could be going against. I think it actually could be already confirmed. I think it's Fanium, but we'll see. Yeah, I'll just wait for the full verification just in case. Lovely distraction shot from Meekah there. Don't see that very often. EP8's there.
He is untraceable, and he never lets you forget it. He is cocky, and that will be his downfall.
What's the plan?
Lovely tango here for In4Fun. Never get to see a full cutscene, but we do need to see the guns. Just in case. And how do they look? 5 lovely stars. For In4Fun. I'll only get a rip anyway from Meekah, just to verify it. And there it is, 6-0 to In4Fun. Moving on to the final. Meekah will be going into third place playoff though, I believe, which will be against Joker. It'll be a very exciting match. Now let's check those brackets. Hopefully I gave enough time to update them. And I'll do this just in case. Yeah, regardless, it's pretty self-explanatory. In4Fun moving on to the final against Fanium, and Meekah moving down into the third place playoff against Joker, which I'm sure will happen very soon, but both these matches haven't been scheduled as they didn't even know their opponent yet. We might see them very soon. And yeah, just GG's, not much more to say other than that. Thank you as well, Ianini, for adminning. And In4Fun and Meekah for the great game. And everybody for watching as well. And I hope you enjoyed it. We'll probably have the final. I'm not sure what the deadline is, but keep an eye on all of the chats and the promote channel to see when matches are happening. In terms of upcoming, I'll check just in case, but I doubt it. Yeah. Not much to see there. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. I'll head back to the idler. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you very soon.